Howdy neighbors, and welcome back to the Noya Mountain Music Channel. Today we're going to learn the Boogie Woogie, and it sounds like this. Alright, we're going to learn this because it's just something that you got to know as a beginner and incorporating into your intermediate skills, different ways to do it. We're going to learn it really easily with all downstrokes in the modern count. They are called eighth notes, and it would be like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So this is a full bar of the Boogie Woogie in G. So we're just going to assume that you know your major G scale. Alright, so what the Boogie Woogie is the 1, the 3, that's the 4th fret, that's the 3rd interval, 4th fret, 3rd note in the scale, then the open D string, that's the 5th note in the scale, and then we're going to play the 6th note in the scale, which is the 2nd fret of the D, and then the cool note that makes it kind of hot is the flat 7, which is the 3rd fret of the D. Alright, so going up, open, 4th, open D, 2nd, 3rd fret of the D, and then just right back down, 2nd fret, open D, 4th fret of the G, open G. That's the whole thing. Alright, we're going to learn it in C, and we're going to learn something to do in D, and then we're going to put it in a sequence. Okay, so here we go, playing it slow in G, and then we'll learn C. 1, 2, ready, go. Open 4th, open 2nd, 3rd, 2nd, open 4th, open 4, open 2, 3, 2, open 4, open. Nothing to it. If you want to add the upstroke, you can do that to create the 16th note texture. Sounds like this: 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 if you want to go that way. All right, so this is kind of like if you heard about walking bass. That's kind of what this is. All right, and you can use the flat 7, like we already learned, 3rd fret of the D. You can also use the 5th fret of the D for a little variation. And if you're using that flat 7, you can lead the ear towards the C chord with that. So now let's learn the Boogie Woogie in C. Okay, it's going to sound like this. So it's the same principles. It's the 1 in C, which is the 5th fret of the G. 2nd fret of the D is your major 3rd in C. 5th fret of the D is your 5th note in the scale in C. It's the 5th fret of the D. Open A now, that's your 6th. The flat 7 in C is your 1st fret of the A. And then right back down, open A, 5th fret of the D, 2nd fret of the D, then 5th fret of the G, and that's your Boogie Woogie in C. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, go and slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So now let's go from our G Boogie Woogie to the C Boogie Woogie. We'll just do one bar of each. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. C. 1 and 2 and 3 and back to G. 1 and 2 and 3 and here's C. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and again you can use the double notes if you want to. Okay, so if you wanted to play this in a blues that was going from G to C, back to G, and then D, it's likely that the G at the beginning will go 2 times. So 2 bars of G, 1 bar of C, 1 bar of G, and then go into D. So what we can do in D is the same thing as we did in G, just down 1 set of strings. All right, towards the floor. So starting on your open D, 4th fret, open A, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, and then right back down, 2nd fret, open A, 4th fret of the D, then open D. So that's your D Boogie Woogie. All right, here we go, going slow. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and keep it going. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so with that, we can have our little sequence. So we got 2 bars of G, 1 bar of C, 1 bar of G, 1 bar of D, and then 1 final bar of G before the whole thing repeats. All right, I'll call it out to you. It starts off with 2 bars of G. But before we do, please like and subscribe. And go ahead and hit that little bell there for the notifications. You'll get all the good stuff from Noya Mountain Music. Thank you. And please consider becoming a patron on patreon.com/Noya Mountain Music. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and G again. 1 and 2 and 3 and here's C. 1 and 2 and 3 and back to G. 1 and 2 and 3 and here's D. 1 and 2 and 3 and back to G. 1 and 2 and 3 and double notes. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a here's C. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 back to G. 1 and 2 and 3 and here's D. 1 and 2 and 3 and back to G. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, so let's think about some context here. How about the old Rocky Road blues? The road is rocky, but it won't be rocky long. Oh, no. Yeah, the road is rocky, but it won't be rocky long. 'Cause another man done got my woman and gone. So here's your boogie woogie. And the road is rocky, but it won't be rocky long. Here's C. Yeah, the road is rocky, but it won't be rocky. Back to G long. Here's D. Another man done got my woman and G gone. So there you go. That's the boogie woogie. And of course you can take it to other keys. Same principle. There's A, D, back to A, E, back to A. So you can hack that out on your own. This is just a quick little lesson. If you liked it, please give the video a like, leave a little comment, tell us what you're connecting with. And if you'd like to support the channel, we would love that. Please consider going to patreon.com/Noya Mountain Music and checking out the Patreon, because there are a lot of different tiers, a lot of different levels. There's a free workshop that you can check out at the Family Tree tier, and a lick of the month, and all kinds of good stuff, note for note videos that we give out to the different tiers. You can check all that out. So thank you very much for supporting the channel, those that do, and hope you get something good out of this here today, and we'll see you on the next one.